Guys, sorry I couldn't be there today. I'm just going to record this real quick lesson just to get you started on what you're going to be doing today. So we've been starting to talk about Romanticism and how Romanticism authors usually use a lot of symbols. And what you need to know about that is that when we talked about symbols yesterday, we were saying that symbols could be normal things that you see every day, like money signs or handicap symbols or something like that, and those mean things, but just about anything can be a symbol. And in the story you're going to read today, it's called Young Goodman Brown. Nathaniel Hawthorne, who's the author, he uses an awful lot of symbols in the form of colors. And so what I want you to do is, as you're listening to it, make a note on your own paper about what colors that Nathaniel Hawthorne is using. And when you finish your assignment today, and what you need to turn in is a list of the colors that you found, and then anything that you can think of that those colors might symbolize. And so if you think, I'll give you an example. So if you think about, like, in the poem yesterday there was the word night. That could mean the color black, which could mean a whole bunch of things, but a lot of times it means death. So if you see the color black in this story, then you might want to note that down and consider that it might not only mean death, it might also mean night, it might mean sleep, it could mean a bunch of different things. So anything that you can kind of associate with all of those colors, that's the list that you need to make and turn in. Young Goodman Brown is a story that was written right after the Romanticism period started. I think it was 1835, so Romanticism started about 1800 if you remember. And so they were just getting started on the idea of using sort of fantasy, making up, having a lot of imagination in their stories. And so when they started these, they very often went sort of in the way the Crucible did, and said that if there was going to be some sort of spectacular thing happening, then it was probably caused by the devil, and that's what happens in Young Goodman Brown too. Matter of fact, this happens in Salem Village, which is the same setting as the Crucible. Young Goodman Brown is a young man who's married to a woman named Faith, and he's got some sort of mysterious job to do out in the forest, and we don't really know what that is just yet. But as he goes out into the forest, he finds out, and leaves Faith behind, he finds out that nearly everybody in the town is in league with the devil, and that's what he's going to end up seeing on accident out there. He's going to come across a devil worshipping ceremony and the devil himself. And so obviously that scares him, and then what he finds out there is even more scary to him, and totally changes his way of thinking. So it's a really cool story. It's a little hard to follow if you don't know some of the words, and that's why I'm going to have your substitute play the audio book. So all you need to do is follow along, check and make a note of all the colors that you see, and anything else that might be a symbol. You'll notice that the devil holds a staff. I'm giving you a big hint to say that that's a symbol, and that probably means something. So anytime you see something like that, then that's what you want to write down. But I hope you enjoy it, and again, I'm sorry I can't be there, but I plan on being back Wednesday and up and on my feet again. So thanks a lot. Be good boys and girls. See you later.